Good afternoon, everybody. It's Jed Joling here with eXp Realty. I've got another Southern Oregon market update for you today, March 6th. So we're into March now, and we've got some February data in. We still have a little bit to collect yet, but we've got the important numbers. But we're going to jump right into what this last week looked like and what our active listings are looking like. So right now, between Jackson and Josephine counties, we have 796 active single-family home listings on the market. That's up from 788 last week, so just up a tick. Last year, this same week, we had 603, so we're up 24% year over year from last year's count. We had 95 new listings last week, 78 went pending, 66 closed, and 49 off the market due to expired or canceled listing contracts. So the new listing count was pretty strong. Per our 4-week average, we're up almost 13 units on that for the week. On the pending count, we're down 16 units. Once again, I think that we had some weather play into that. A lot of nasty weather with the snow and the ice and the rain and everything last week. A lot of people probably didn't make it into town to do any real estate shopping. Closed count was up 16 and a half units. We had talked about that previously. We saw some really strong weeks on the pending side, so we knew that those closed counts were going to come up eventually, and here they are. And the expired and the canceled listing count, it's up 22 and 3/4 units from our 4-week average, and that's just because it was the last week of the month, and so you're going to see a lot of expired listing contracts at the end of the month. Some maybe even being canceled, but we should see some numbers start to continue upwards as far as the new listings. That's a pretty strong count for new listings, but the pending numbers and the closed counts should keep going up here in the next few weeks. For comparing to last year, on the new listings are down 34%. Same on the pending listings, down 34%. On the closed listings, down 43%. Out of the 95 new listings last week, 15 of those are already pending sale. So that's about 16% of those. And so if we do our snapshot of inventory based off of just that week, we have 2.8 months of inventory on the market. And if we do our 4-week average snapshot, that looks like 3.7 months of inventory. Moving on to mortgage rates, unfortunately, not the best news here with mortgage rates. Right now on a 30-year fixed conventional mortgage, today you're at 6.99%, just a tick under 7, and last week they peaked on Thursday at 7.1%. And on a 30-year fixed FHA, we're at 6.45% right now. And this is our national averages. And we peaked at 6.5% last Thursday. I think we're going to anticipate, we're going to know what those numbers do when we see our CPI report come out for this month of February for the inflation and our jobs report, which those are both supposed to come out next week. We're not going to see them, unfortunately, until middle of next week, I believe. But the projected inflation for February is 6%. If we see the CPI report actually come underneath that, that'd be a good thing. And surprisingly, if we saw, not such a good jobs report, like we lost jobs off the economy, that would actually do the interest rates better per the data. The refi mortgage applications are down 74% year over year, and that's quite a bit, but no surprise there. The purchase mortgage applications are down 44% year over year, and that's kind of lining right up with our close count this week. We're down 43% from where we were this week last year, so that's right in there. That would make sense. Moving on, year over year sold listings. So we got some data in for February. So for February, the year over year sold listings is down 41.4%. Which is not as bad as we've seen the last 3 months. So January was 50.5%, December was 46.7%, and November was 46.9%. So we've come down a little bit from those numbers. So that's a sign of improvement, and I think we'll continue to see that improve. And it's really going to factor off of what these interest rates do and what the springtime looks like. Moving on to some listings. I've got a few new listings, 2 that hit the market last week. One out here in Rogue River, 2597 East Evans Creek, Rogue River. Comes off of Easy Valley Lane. So the home and the property itself is actually about a half mile off the main road of East Evans. 1,008 square feet home, 2 bedroom, 1 bath on 2 acres. It's got some fencing. It's got a little corral stable area with some fencing around that for animals. Irrigation rights, 36 by 24 foot garage that's next to the home. So if you're looking for like a little bit of a smaller home with some property and room for animals, it's a great one. Priced at $410,000, and that just hit the market on Thursday. Out in Grants Pass, if you or somebody you know is looking for a lot of subdividable land, I put a listing up it's at 800 Homewood. It's actually 5 contiguous tax lots, but the 800 Homewood is what it's listed under. And that comprises 77 acres of RR5 land. There is some areas that are already kind of prepped for home sites up near the top or at the top, and you have some 360-degree views looking into all sides of the valley. This is just 5 miles south of Grants Pass. So it's a very neat property. Obviously a lot of work to do to subdivide and getting access in there. There's already some road, but you're going to have to make the rest of the road to wherever you want to put these lots. But we're pricing that at $1 million. That hit the market on Thursday as well. If you have more questions, get a hold of me on that. Another one in Rogue River going on the market this Thursday, this week. It's a 3-2 in a quiet cul-de-sac here in Rogue River, just under 1,800 square feet, and built in 1998, just a couple minutes from downtown. You're still in the city limits, but it's a nice quiet spot. The seller is going to be offering a $10,000 closing credit for a rate buy down or home updates, whatever you want to use that for. That goes on the market here this Thursday. So if you have any questions about any of those listings or even about other ones, don't hesitate to get a hold of me. That's all I've got for today. So I hope everyone has a good rest of the week. And once again, stay dry because it looks like it's going to rain the rest of the week on from today. So hopefully you're out of the weather working or at least covered up. Everybody have a great rest of the week. We'll talk to you either next week or the following. I will be out of town. So next week we'll see if I do a Monday market update. It's going to kind of depend on what is going on where we're going. So we'll talk to you soon.